Hello. So to start with, I'd like you to answer these 6 questions for me, please. So grab yourselves a pen, pencil, and some paper and pause the video to complete these questions. Here are your answers. So pause the video if you need a bit of time just to correct those and mark any that you got incorrect or complete any that you got incorrect. Now, our objectives today are similar to last session, but students will be able to describe what a specialised cell is, and students will be able to provide examples of adaptations of specialised cells. Now, specialised cells are cells that have a specific role or job to perform, and each specialised cell has a different job to do. Last session we looked at sperm cells and nerve cells and muscle cells. They each have particular jobs and are adapted differently. In this session today, we're going to be looking at specialised plant cells. The first one is a root hair cell that has quite a distinct shape. You'll find these in the roots of plants and they kind of come out like lots of projections. These hair-like projections increase surface area, which means that they can absorb more water and more minerals from the soil. You'll also notice they don't have any chloroplast. Chloroplasts are needed for photosynthesis, and if you're in the roots, then you're underground, and there's no sunlight for that reaction. So they don't need chloroplast. That comes up quite often in exam questions, so be aware of that. Root hair cells do not have chloroplast. Our next specialised cell is the xylem. Now their job is to carry water and minerals upwards from the plant. They only go in one direction, upwards. Now they form hollow tubes made of dead tissue. So they're a little bit like straws that take up all of this liquid and minerals upwards. Now they're really long and toughened with lignin, which means that they offer support to the rest of the plant as well. It's kind of like a bone structure, but they're hollow inside and carry water and minerals. And the water and minerals flow from the roots towards the leaves only in one direction. Now that process is called transpiration. We also have phloem that have a similar job to xylem in that they transport substances around the body, but they can go in both directions. They can go up and down. Now they're made of living tissue, so they are alive, and they have holes at the end of each cell called sieve plates. This allows substances to transfer really quickly, things like glucose, to move up and down as quick as possible. Glucose in solution moves from the leaves to grow and storage tissues in a process called translocation. So this is different. When talking about glucose and other substances, it's translocation. When talking about water, it's transpiration. So be careful of that keyword difference. And now I'd like you to use that information from the video so far to answer the exam question provided. And once you've done that, take time to mark it and correct any answers that you may have got wrong. So final thoughts that cells have unique functions within the organism, and that means each cell must be specialised to carry out a particular job. Things like xylem, phloem, root hair cells all have particular jobs to perform. Now, using the information from this video today, take the time to answer the question on EDUCATE that have been set for you, and thank you very much for listening.